Hey y'all, welcome to the Toadstead. Well, what we're looking at here is the Suburban. I got a bunch of questions. I put out a video about replacing this car as our road car, and figured I'd just make another video instead of answering all these questions. It's a 97. It's got about 100,000 miles on it. Excuse me, about 150,000 miles on it, which isn't a whole lot. I'm the third owner. The first guy bought it. He was kind of an executive type, and you can see that's why it has the hey, I'm from the government look to it. And he drove it pretty much by himself. It wasn't a family car. It didn't even have a hitch on it when I got it. The people I bought it from, they bought it from him after he hit a post with it right here. I replaced the bumper and redid the front end on it. And it was a good car for quite a while, a couple of years. And then it started just stopping. No matter what, we'd just be driving down the road and it would just shut down. And I went through this thing, tested the ignition module, tested everything, and we actually put a new fuel pump, everything that went in the gas tank, all new lines except for the metal lines, new filter, and I even put the updated spider in this thing. And when it ran great, but then again, it would just unexpectedly shut off. So after about 4 months of that, I finally replaced the ignition module, the gas cap, and some other stuff, and the problem just went away. So I don't know exactly what that problem was. I suspect it was the ignition module, even though I'd never heard of one failing intermittently, but stuff happens. A couple months after that, I hit something on the road. I never saw it. My passenger said it was a small piece of tire or something, and it basically took out the transmission. And this is where the problems really started. Now, this car was used to tow our trailer on cross-country trips we do for business. And, well, when the transmission went, I took the transmission out of this and put, if you can see it over there in front of the Airstream, one I had built for another car. And to make a long story short, that transmission I bought wasn't built the way it was supposed to have been built. And it lasted about 7 months and broke down right in the middle of a trip. And that was horribly expensive. So we went ahead and we had another transmission built. Now, the one we had, this one over here, was one of those online deals, built in Florida, supposedly all built up with all the good parts. And it wasn't. But the one we had built was. We actually watched that one being built, and it's got the beast sun gear, the good servos, the real good clutches, everything. We built the transmission. We paid to have it built correctly. Took it out on the road, and a month later, through no fault of anybody else, turned out we had a bad torque converter. We had bought that brand new. But that didn't matter a whole heck of a lot, because we were yet on another trip, and it was another disgustingly large amount of money to deal with that. And to the builder's benefit, they came out and towed it, took care of it, put a new one in, no problem. And since then, the only thing I've done to it is put the upgraded distributor in this. Anybody who knows these cars knows that the distributors in them weren't that great from the factory. But now it has a billet aluminum distributor in it. But everything I just told you in about, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, happened over the course of about 11 months. And it just destroyed any confidence we had in this car for these cross-country trips were really important to our business. So we went ahead and got the Yukon that you might have seen in an earlier video. So this one has been relegated to kind of farm use. We use tow trailers. In fact, let me swing over here real quick. Try not to get you too ill. We use the Suburban to tow both of those pickup trucks in and to tow off the old Astro van that I had here. And it's operating fine. I'd imagine eventually I'll go ahead and sell it. It's got a lot of great upgrades on it, and it'll make somebody a good round town car. I just personally You know, for all I know, this thing will run great for another 20 years. But I've just, we had our fill with it. So we're done. And I'll probably throw it up on Craigslist. But not going to give it away, but it's no longer our lead vehicle. But somebody asked about the particulars of it. It's like I said, it's a 1997. It's got the 350 in it. It's got all the upgrades that I could put on it. It is an LT, so it has all the bells and whistles and toys and all that crud that it came with. And it's pretty well stocked. Like I said, it didn't even have a hitch on it when I got it. It had never done a bunch of towing. I put the hitch on it. It's got a Class 3 on it. And it's got the Michelins all the way around. It was a good car in its time, but sometimes it's just time to move on. But there you go. Hope that answered your questions. Thanks a lot.